ready.
I'm trying to figure out my phone.
Okay.
We got our wheat in Kansas. We couldn't get our.
Oh, it's not on?
Oh, that one you gotta turn on. Is the light on?
No, just hold it. Hold it there.
Hold the mute button.
When the light comes on. Okay, so this is my mic over here, okay.
Hello.
Hello.
It's right on.
Thank you for your presence.
Somebody brought presents?
Good afternoon. My name is Will Jones. I'm the chairman of the Oklahoma County Planning Commission, and I'm calling to order the October 19th meeting of the commission. And our first order of business will be a roll call.
The members of the Oklahoma County Planning Commission is Mr. David Ritchie,
Present.
Mr. James L. Benson,
Present.
Mr. Will K. Jones,
Here.
Mr. Charles DeFuria,
Present.
and Commissioner Ray Bond.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Next order of business is the approval of the minutes of the September 21st meeting. I believe each of the commissioners received a copy of it. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the September 21st meeting.
I'll move for approval.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of the September 21st meeting. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes?
Mr. DeFuria?
Yes.
And Commissioner Bond.
Aye.
Item number 5 on the agenda is a discussion and possible action to approve or deny the preliminary plat, which is PP 2017-04 of Prosper Business Park. This had been a deferred item. You have a staff report, Tyler?
The staff report is the same as previous during the August meeting, that they had pretty much met all the requirements. However, there were some items that were being reviewed on the redesigned plat that we're not quite happy with, the engineering part of the house. And we were supposed to be getting some answers to that. Maybe the applicant can tell you about that.
All right, this is the first page on our sheet here. This is the item.
Mhm.
All right, any questions of Tyler? I assume, sir, you're representing the applicant?
Yes, sir.
Please come forward and identify yourself and tell us your relationship to this.
Dean Colita, KBGE Engineering, and the civil engineer representing the owner on this project.
All right,
And I believe after the redesign, we have had a request yesterday morning from the city engineer that we combine the two southwest lots to make it one. And the reason why the shape is there's a large creek. There's about a 20-foot deep creek there. It's a large ravine that we have to kind of work around. So that's kind of why that's a drainage easement through there, and we'll have a crossing for that back lot. At his request, he would like us to combine lots 9 and 10, which are those two, and we agreed to that. So we will combine those and modify the plat.
now you said city engineer. Did you mean county?
No, county engineer, sorry.
Okay. So lot 10 is this small one, and you're combining that with the lot to the south, number 9?
Yes, sir. The intent was to eventually, when the owner did buy Lot 9, which is the smaller one, that he would do some channel improvements to gain some more developable area and then come back in and potentially amend the plat. The county engineers said that probably wouldn't be the best idea to do it that way, And I think the owner's intent is to actually retain those 2 lots for himself, and he has agreed to combine lots 9 and 10. So we will modify the plat accordingly.
All right. Tyler, do we have to wait until we see a modified document to take any action? Or maybe that should be directed to you, Gretchen?
Yeah,
What?
the preliminary plat gives them, your approval of it gives them the right to start moving dirt. So,
So by approving it, we haven't taken into account what they've agreed to officially. Is that correct?
yeah, you're taking into account, but there may be another issue.
It'll be in the minutes, and the final plat is the one that actually gets
Yeah.
filed. So the one that you sign as a final plat will have that change
We'll have that.
on it.
Okay.
So I'm okay with them amending that on the floor and getting in the minutes that they've agreed to that.
Okay.
So all of the other requirements are met, then, that you're happy with?
Well, no, there's one other issue that we need to talk about.
Do you want to address the other issue, or do you, Stacy?
We got a cul-de-sac here that, is usually in there for turnaround for your fire department, trash trucks and so forth. But then they wanted to extend these 2 roads on back to these remainder lots, which would render the purpose of the cul-de-sac useless. And what I put it down as back on the owner was if the fire department agrees they want to drag hoses, stop the cul-de-sac, drag hoses, that's fine by me, but I want a letter from the fire chief saying that he's willing to do it. Otherwise, you need to move the cul-de-sac to the south so that it touches all the back lots.
All right.
Yeah, and on the cul-de-sac, due to the creek there, we have taken it as far south as we can without really impacting that large channel there. And that channel does convey off-site drainage from the west there, in the northwest. And so physically, we cannot move that without really doing some large disturbance and channel improvements there. So I have spoken with, it's City of Edmond, Station Number 5. I've talked to the chief, and he is looking at it right now along with his staff. Preliminarily, they didn't have any issue with it, and they are working on the letter. It's just such short notice that I didn't have a chance to they didn't have a chance to prepare the letter to us. I could absolutely provide that and just be approval contingent upon that letter. I don't expect any issues. We meet NFP, National Fire Protection, requirements for access, the roadways, and that cul-de-sac is a very large cul-de-sac, so they were happy about that because the fire trucks can absolutely turn around in there. It's not a small residential one. And, the intent was to put some fire hydrants or a fire hydrant on the south end of that cul-de-sac so they would have the ability to pull up, hook up their hose, and then, have the proper hose lay. And, 300 feet hose lay is typical for a commercial building. We can meet that. And so the requirements are met. It's just getting the actual physical letter from the chief. And I don't believe there'd be an issue with that. And if you would approve based off, contingent upon that letter, and, if he wants us to make any tweaks, we would be happy to do that. And we would just, amend that on the final plat and the construction plans.
Yes, ma'am.
I would imagine that if he's permitted at this point to begin moving dirt, that the first dirt he's going to move will be constructing this road and cul-de-sac. And so I don't feel comfortable having a condition upon, because you really don't have a way of stopping this construction if the letter does not.
Okay.
I've got another question about I think at one of the prior meetings that, Stacy, you had suggested expanding the cul-de-sac. Was that done?
Yes, sir, we've done that.
Okay, that's been done.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It's a commercial sized, and I'm happy, the fire department happy, everybody's happy with the size of it. It's just, in all my years of doing this, the cul-de-sac touches those back lots. That's fire department, everybody likes it that way. This is kind of new, and I'm not saying that it won't happen, but it really needs to be the fire department that says, we're okay with this, we know about it. They have the hoses to do it, they're willing to drag the hoses, that sort of thing.
is, you know, with the construction plan approval, this is approval of a plat. Obviously, construction plans need to be approved as well. So, you know, if we don't get the approved plans, how about the approved construction plans be contingent upon that letter? Because he won't sign off on the plans until the letters are there, and we can't start moving dirt until we get approved plans. So the plat is in place, you know, basically approved on that, contingent upon the approval of construction plans. So that way, we're not having to come back in another month to, waiting on a letter from the fire department, which, like I said, if they don't write the letter, then the plans will get approved, and we have to change everything anyway, so.
Would you be opposed to deferring this item to next month until we have all the paperwork completed and the new?
I'll let the owner address you.
Come up to the mic and identify yourself first.
I'm Martin Teicher, 2909 Astoria Way in Edmond. I own Silverstone Homes and the developer as well. I don't have a huge problem with delaying it another month. I don't really see the conclusion of why that would matter so much. As Dean stated, you know, we couldn't do any work till the plans are signed off anyways in that sense, and so that same timeline, you just save us from having to readdress and take the council's time. It's the same premise, the same practices, and the same things. All things have to be done equally. One can't be done without the other. So if that's acceptable, that way we just don't have to bug you all anymore.
In the past, it has caused us problems letting one come through without a totally completed application that meets all the requirements. It opens a floodgate for us.
Understand.
And
Well,
I would have
par-
reservations without.
Part of this fire aspect is new that I appreciate Mr. Trombone, from what I understand, has made us aware of in the last few days. Am I correct on that? So it's somewhat new and relevant to just the recent few days. So we didn't create this particular issue in that sense, and what our application was and the information delivered to you all. That also being said, is I've been a developer of this area for many, many, many years, and the actual water that is being built by me and bringing into this area, there's a unique situation with the water lines because they're actually owned by Logan County Rural Water District Number 1. They actually won't allow pumper trucks or fire trucks to attach to their water lines. So in essence, all these are actually going to be fire trucks that are just brush pumpers and pumper trucks that are all fill trucks. So actual fire lines and hydrants and such from that standpoint, it's somewhat irrelevant.
But you just said, your engineer just said that you wanted to put in fire hydrants.
They're as Logan County Rural Water will tell you, they're considered fill hydrants, not pump hydrants, because they'll compact their lines. They don't have enough water pressure. I've been with the Rural Water District for 15 years, and I'm just telling you an aspect related to that particular issue. So it's an interesting.
So the fire hydrants are designed to fill a tanker truck, but not to allow the engines to pump directly.
That particular water district.
Because they collapse.
Yes, sir.
The pipe.
It's a very, and I'm not the engineer, I'm just relaying what the facts are in that area. Water and water, what's funny, Water on Waterloo, this new creation that is why we've been able to do this, is it's new. So it's kind of ironic, you know, it's the first time water's been introduced onto Waterloo in a public fashion. So we're trying to help with the area in creating that. We're actually building those lines and creating those easements and such. So I understand if there's a problem and we need a delay. I was just trying to express to you all the other facts. So I appreciate your time. Any questions?
I appreciate that.
Any questions for me?
One more.
Sure. Yes, sir.
You said that you're putting in the lines.
Yes, sir. Through the water district. We'll have to engineer those with another company.
But you're attaching out here up in Logan County someplace to their lines.
Correct.
So if you put in adequate water lines to allow for pumping, it wouldn't do any good because you're attached up in Logan County.
It's their supply. It's their supply and their regulations.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thank you.
your information.
Thank you.
Any other questions or discussion? I'll ask you again, would you be willing to defer this item for a month?
Yeah, I mean, if
Is
it's going
that-
to lead to a favorable approval versus a non-favorable approval, then I think we would. if that's really the deal breaker of having that one letter, I think we would obviously want to defer it, but.
Okay. Are you good with that, with the deferral?
Yes, I think it's an important enough issue that everybody needs to understand it and everybody's comfortable with it. And we actually hear from the fire department via a letter that they sign.
All right.
And then we can go from there.
Okay. In light of the applicant's agreement to a deferral, and we've noted your caveat, do I hear a motion to defer this item for a month?
I'll make a motion that we defer it to the next planning commission meeting.
Do I hear a second?
I will second that motion.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Mr. Ritchie?
Hold it just a minute.
That's okay. I will afterwards.
Okay. Go ahead.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. DeFuria?
Aye.
Commissioner Vaughn?
Aye.
Thank you. Passes.
Thank you. I think it's the best solution for you than a vote of approve or deny.
Thank you, sir. We'll get you the letter.
Do they need to meet with you, Steve?
No, just, he knows to bring the letter, that's all we need.
Thank you.
I will mention also, we're here every month, so it's no inconvenience. Moving on to, that did pass, by the way. Moving on to item number 6. It's also a deferred item, discussion and possible action to approve or deny a BOOC resolution to amend the Oklahoma County zoning regulations in regard to the setting of a time limit to initiate construction or commence operations on approval, on approved special use permits. Tyler?
I have a request.
Yes.
I asked that it be deferred last meeting. I would now like it to be stricken, to be brought up again at a more appropriate time. The Board of County Commissioners has been sued by a homeowners association regarding the expiration and so-called voiding of special use permits. And it was under the old regulations versus the current regulations. And to be honest with you, I just think this needs to sit for a while until that litigation resolves itself. I don't anticipate that it will take too much longer because the hearing date's in 2 weeks.
Okay, your request is that we strike it and not defer it. Just strike it and bring it up later when it's more appropriate.
Yes, please.
Okay? Any discussion?
We need a motion for that.
We need a motion, I assume.
I move we strike agenda item number 6.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? We'll have a roll call vote.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. DeFuria?
Aye.
And Commissioner Vaughn?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda is a discussion and possible action to receive the September 2017 fee fund report, and you'll find the fee fund report hopefully in the back of your folder. Wow.
My only comment is
Yeah.
we're getting better and better. Yeah, this is really good for the planning commission.
Where does this money go? Does it go into the general fund, or does it go
No,
into our
no,
budget?
No, it's strictly fee fund.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. I don't know.
It
if
didn't
this-
make any difference when it was
I don't-
$12.95.
I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the appropriate time to mention that, but we just got approved by the board.
New business,
New business?
New
Okay.
business.
New business.
All right, do I hear a motion to receive the September 2017 fee fund report?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. We received the fee fund report. All those in favor signify by roll call.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. DeFuria?
Yes.
And Commissioner Vaughn.
Aye.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is new business. Please note the caveat that's on the new business. Any new business?
Yes. I was just about to say, the new business is that we got approved today, this morning. The board, Budget Board approved $200,000 toward our master plan.
Terrific. Congratulations.
So we're, can get started on that.
Great. Commissioner? Thank you.
Yes, sir. We didn't want to wait another 60 years.
Yeah. Is there any other appropriate new business? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor signify by roll call.
Mr. Ritchie?
Yes.
Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes,
Mr. DeFuria?
Yes.
And Commissioner Vaughn.
Aye.
we are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.